welcome to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always an instant classic.
And you're...
And we want to punch Jim Cornette in the face repeatedly until he bleeds because he's stupid.
Hot tag!
Hot tag!
Hot tag, okay, I got you. I got you, I'm coming in hot. You know, I'm gonna hit that Big E spear.
We'll see you on the flippity dippity. Oh yeah.
What is going on, guys? It is time for your Road to WrestleMania road trip thing that I can never remember the name of because it's too doggone long, Casey. It's all your fault. You make names long, then expect people to remember them. And
no, it's the WrestleMania road trip. That's what it is. It's the WrestleMania road trip.
It's
the
just
Mania trip
review.
roads.
It's just
the trip of roads of Romanias and wrestling. All right, I got it. But anyway,
it's just a WrestleMania review.
No, it's not.
It's a WrestleMania review.
It's a WrestleMania road trip. We on a road trip.
Okay. We on a road trip. We on the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast. Is WrestleMania road trip to WrestleMania 32, and we're stopping right here at WrestleMania 21. I think I got it now. Halfway. I stumbled through it a little bit, but I think I got at least half of it. So let's jump right into WrestleMania 21. Woo! Let's do it. There was this. I don't really note video packages on these WrestleMania reviews, but there was this really weird video package on this one. I remember it from like watching this pay-per-view live, but for some reason watching it back, I was like, why was that even there? Why did we need that?
Because
there was some funny moments. I get that, but there were some funny moments in it, but it still felt stupid to me. Any thoughts, Justin, on the video package?
I don't really have any thoughts. I mean, there were some funny parts. I like the Stone Cold Steve Austin one when he was like in the gladiator type of thing, but that's pretty much the only one I really liked. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the only one I liked.
Okay, Casey.
I remember more so the before I rewatching this, I remembered the like advertisements for WrestleMania coming up that they had. Like they had the movie related ones that were kind of memorable, but obviously really stupid and gimmicky. But it was fun. It made the show a little bit more unique, I guess.
Alrighty, so. Next, we got Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio, and I know, Casey really liked this match, so I'm gonna give it to Casey. I really enjoyed it too. My computer hates me, and it restarted and took away the notes for the first two matches, so I'm giving them away. I'm giving them away for a small sum of $9.99. Casey, thoughts on this match?
I'm not paying $9.99 for that. What the hell? Anyway. I mean, if there was like a full on, why did you do that? Why? But anyway, this is a really good opening match. As I said in the No Way Out review and in many previous, what are you doing?
He's adjusting his camera. This one, do this. Keep talking about the match. Like, don't let that stuff.
Oh, and it's confusing. Anyway. As I said in many of our past...
You hide yourself... Hold up. Let me cut this promo on you, Casey. You hide yourself in the broadcast so you can adjust things you need to adjust, and you over there hating. Quit hating and say you do. Talk about the doggone match. Darn it. There you go. Kind of like this feud. It was not as personal as that. It won't even as personal as what I just said. I got him. Kill him.
Somebody's angry.
Talk about the match.
Damn, you need to calm down. Anyway, as I said in many of our past reviews, any match with Eddie, Ray, or I guess Chavo too is an awesome match.
No.
All right, any match with Eddie and Ray is an awesome match. Chavo just fucked everything up. But yeah, this was a really good opening match. But Why do I hear myself? I hear myself now. There's like an echo. Is there an echo now? Yeah, it's from DJ.
It's not. It's from yourself. Got it.
Can we
Justin,
talk
you don't
about?
get thoughts on this match. You don't get thoughts on this match. No, go ahead.
I thought this match was a really good way to kick off the show. This like the high flying from both these guys. And Rey Mysterio, he was up and comer at this point, and that's good. They gave him a win. And I during like the whole year, like from WrestleMania like to December, they had a rivalry and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. And later on down the year, Eddie Guerrero, he would do a heel turn, and I just. A lot of the 2005, they had a lot of long-term rivalries, like with Edge, with Taker and Orton, and with, you had a lot of big, like a long-term feuds, and this was one of them right here, which this was a very good match, and the crowd really didn't care who won this match. I think they were behind both guys, but like I said, very fun match here. And I kind of wish they gave this match a little bit more time, because there was another match that kind of sucked on the show that I didn't really need to think be on here. And there was a lot of segments on this show, because there was only 8 matches on this show. So yeah, but this was good.
I just have to point this out. I hate when people referred to Rey Mysterio as an up-and-comer or a rookie back. I mean, yes, for WWE he was new at this point, but he had been wrestling since he was like 15 years old. Like, oh, that annoys me.
And then of course, a year later, he will become, world champion in honor of Eddie Guerrero. So that was good, but yeah.
And they gave him a pretty crappy run for Eddie Guerrero. It was the run wasn't that great, but anyway. I definitely.
I didn't say it was great, but
I was just saying. I was just elaborating on your point. But I felt like this match was really good. I think I've noticed a theme, especially with these later manias, are kind of in the middle area of the manias. It seemed like they always give you an exciting match to start out the show. I was kind of bummed we weren't going to get a tag team title match though on the show. That kind of bummed me out a little bit. But overall, I thought this match was a really good match and a really good way to start the show. So next we got the Money in the Bank match. Was this the first one?
yeah, it was.
It was? Okay. Justin, thoughts on the Money in the Bank?
So yeah, this was the first ever Money in the Bank live match. Because pretty much Chris Jericho pretty much created this match. The participants we had in here was Edge versus Chris Jericho versus Shelton Benjamin versus. I don't know why I coughed there, but Chris Benoit.
Who is that guy?
Chris Benoit.
Who was that guy you said just now?
Christian and Kane. They had a lot of great talent in this match. You had some good up-and-coming stars in this match. You had some former world champions in this match. I mean, this was very good. I mean, I liked the spot when Shelton Benjamin did the clothesline off the ladder, when he ran up the ladder and then he clotheslined Jericho off the ladder. That was good. I like the stuff that Benoit did in this match. This was really fun seeing him in this match. I watched this match last June, because I have the Money in the Bank anthology, trying to sell DVDs again, but you know how that's all edited and stuff, and they didn't say much about Chris Benoit, but on this, they actually had some stuff, saying his name and stuff, but that's all was good. But this was very fun, and of course the winner of the match was Edge, and I just really enjoyed this match, and Kane did some pretty good stuff here. Like, I can actually watch Kane matches back in the day, and he was in a lot of Money in the Bank line matches, because yeah, he was in a lot. But this was a fun show, and Christian did good stuff here. And I don't really know why they didn't do much with Shelton Benjamin, because he's a very great talent. But I mean, yes, his mic skills weren't the best, but he should have been at least a world champion. Yeah, but he was this very. He had great charisma in the ring. He worked very good.
He was also the gold standard.
Yeah, he was
also
standard.
the golden standard.
I just don't know why they never gave him a world championship, but And like I said, of course, Edge won this match, and he would hold it for like 10 months, and then, of course, cash in on John Cena at the 2006 New Year's Revolution. So, yeah.
I also feel like with piggybacking on the Shelton Benjamin thing, he wasn't really like now. I feel like he maybe could make it as a world champion, but back then they weren't looking at guys in that fashion. Like those smaller guys weren't really the guys going after the world title at that time. You had the guys like Triple H, and I mean Orton's not huge, but
even now, I couldn't really see Shelton Benjamin as world champion. I could see him like as a really good intercontinental champion and building that up, but I couldn't necessarily see him as the world champion.
But alright, Casey, any thoughts on the Money in the Bank?
Well, first of all, again with this back in the day shit, 2005 was not back in the day. God.
I mean, Justin's only 12. Come on, man.
Anyway,
it's still back in the day.
No, it wasn't. Shut up.
It's in the past, so yeah, it's still back in the day.
Back in the day does not start until at least 92. Then you can start saying back in the day.
I don't know. It's just
that's not
my language.
I loved in Kane's entrance all the ladders on fire. I thought that was a really good kind of touch for that. That was pretty cool. And I don't care what anyone says. After everything he did in this match, Chris Benoit should have won. He wrestled half the match with a broken freaking arm. I don't know if it was broken, but it was really injured and he could barely use it. But he did a lot of really good stuff in this match, and he was so close. And then Edge, I love you, but fuck you. No, but this was a really, really, I mean, even for Kane, this was a really good match. They kind of, over the years, Money in the Bank matches kind of got crappier, but this was definitely, a match you could watch over and over again and still get depressed that Chris Benoit didn't win when he freaking wrestled half the match with a broken freaking arm. I don't know if it was broken or what happened with it, but...
Yeah, I agree with that. Chris Benoit did a lot of good things in this match. I try to take myself back to the situations. In these, like watching these older pay-per-views, I'm like, was I cheering for Chris Benoit this time? Because I don't really remember. Like there's like, obviously I think there's some matches that you just like who you were cheering for in that moment. But others like you don't necessarily remember. I remember this one, and I think I was cheering for anyone but Edge. I think, and probably Kane because Kane scared me at this point. But I think I remember when he went up the ladder and he got hit by the chair at the end. I was like, no, not this way, come on, because it just looked like he was gonna win. Like he did pretty much everything in this match, except for the crazy spots that Shelton Benjamin did. But I definitely enjoyed this Money in the Bank match. But let's continue. We got a Eugene segment. Yeah, we got a Eugene segment. Eugene came out and talked about how excited he was, and then Muhammad Hassan came out, said he's gonna create his own moment. He attacks Eugene, and then Hogan comes out to take out Muhammad Hassan, and the crowd ate Hogan up. They were loving it. I remember this moment. I was loving it. But I don't know if either of you guys feel this way. But Muhammad Hassan and Jinder Mahal look like the same person. Like even if you put pictures side by side of them, they look like the same. I'm telling you, go look it up right now and tell me they don't. They sit
racist.
I'm not being racist. They really look like the same person. I didn't say you and Justin look like the same person.
Look the same.
I never said that. I just said hypothetically in these two scenarios. They just look the same to me. But I remember back when Eugene was a thing. I loved Eugene as a character. He was hilarious. I don't think I got it when I was younger, because it was really a kind of messed up character, I guess you could say. But Eugene was fun to watch, and he always used to do the little parodies of everybody's finishers and stuff like that. I remember playing with him in, what was it, SVR 2007 or something, 2008, something like that. I can't remember which one it
It
was,
was
but
'07.
I 07, okay. Yeah, I liked playing with him on the game and everything, but looking back on it, that was risky. Both of these, I forgot Muhammad Hassan as well. Both of these were very risky characters. But yeah, Casey.
WWE with this segment outdid themselves with offending people. They got the racist and a mentally challenged, which wouldn't be that bad, honestly, if they had a legitimate, like, mentally challenged person and did something with him. That would have been fine. Like, you know, give this kid his dream come true. You know, let him be a WWE superstar and a storyline. That would have been cool. But this guy had no mental. This was a completely, like, I don't want to say normal because, you know, not saying that mentally challenged people aren't normal, but he had no handicap. Like, it was just a guy acting like he was mentally challenged, which makes it even more offensive.
All right, Justin, thoughts on this segment?
Now, Muhammad Hassan, you know, I never understood, you know, like, why he didn't have a match on this pay-per-view, because, like, I know a few months earlier, I think they were, like, trying to give him, like, a push, and, like I'm surprised he wasn't on the match on this show, but I mean, I thought this segment was kind of stupid, in my opinion. I didn't really enjoy it, but Hulk Hogan, man, when he came out there, man, the crowd just loved him in Los Angeles. And of course, you know, he got inducted to the Hall of Fame later that night also, which that was good. And, you know, like I said, the crowd was just, they were just loving everything that Hulk Hogan was doing. And, I mean, there's not really much else to say about this. And Eugene, I like seeing him, but Muhammad Hassan, I just don't know. And DJ, you're racist. You're racist.
I'm not. I'm serious. Both of you, go Google it right now. You will see what I mean. I am not even like exaggerating this right now. I literally looked it up because I looked at Muhammad Hassan. I was like, he looks like. I was wondering if they were the actual same person, like the same person played different characters, because they came in different times. Look it up. Look it up right now before you judge me. Look it up. Do it. Do it. Do it. All right, let's go into the next match. We had The Undertaker versus Randy Orton. This was young legend killer Randy Orton. I love the video package that happened before this. This match was a good match. I think this was from what we've watched, kind of the beginning of the good streak matches for Undertaker from the ones we've actually watched in this road trip. The chokeslam reversal into the RKO, my goodness, I was like, I don't remember that one because this Mania was so long ago, but man, I was like, yeah, I was like, okay, I see you. And then the tombstone reversed into the tombstone of Randy and reversed to a tombstone of Undertaker. I loved it. This match was just really good. I think I'm surprised. This was a good time period for this match, just because Randy was known as the Legend Killer. He had taken out so many different people, so it kind of put it in the back of your mind that maybe he could actually, maybe he could actually defeat the streak, because this was kind of when the streak was getting kind of big, a little bit bigger, year after year. But Justin, any thoughts on Randy Orton?
Yeah, I thought this was probably the best Undertaker match so far we watched. Like, this was very good. And back when I was watching this show live in 2005, like, I kind of thought that Orton, maybe had the chance of actually getting this. Like, say if the streak was still going today, that'd be a great person to have beat Undertaker, like, and maybe instead of Brock Lesnar, have Randy Orton beat him. Because, Randy Orton, he just came off being world champion, which, it wasn't the best world champion reign, Like, so that would have, if they would have had him beat The Undertaker, this would have boosted Randy Orton to the moon. Like, that would have made him a huge star at that time. But, this was a very good match. I really enjoyed it. I liked the chokeslam reverse into the RKO. That was pretty good, like DJ said. I like the double tombstone reversal. I'm botching my words there, but this was very good, and of course, Undertaker will win this match. And yeah, probably, like I said, the best Taker match I watched so far on here. And probably this is probably the best one of the best Orton matches, in my opinion. But yeah,
Alrighty.
at WrestleMania.
Casey's gonna disagree as hard as he can.
Watching this match back, I couldn't help but think, except for Justin because he just, proved against my point. I couldn't help but think, did anyone actually think Randy Orton could win? Yes, now if they did this, I could see him beating Taker. Now he's established so much that he's the Viper. He's Randy Orton and everything. We know he could at this point beat Taker if it came down to it. If the streak was still intact, he could beat Taker. He was way too young in this match to make it really believable that he could beat Taker. I mean, yeah, he was a legend killer, but I mean, he had to have his dad help him in this feud. Like, when you have to have your dad help you, that's like having your dad come help you with a bully. Come on now.
But that's what heels do.
But he wasn't even a good heel at this point. He wasn't.
He was.
I know.
He was a terrific heel. He was the young, good-looking stallion, that did the weird pose that I do when I get up in the morning.
No. But anyway, I just feel like if he did win at this point, it would have killed Taker. It would have made Taker look so weak. But this was a really good match. I mean, it doesn't take anything away from the match. To me, there was no way Randy Orton was gonna beat Taker.
I have to add one more point.
Okay. I'll get to my argument in a minute about this, Casey. It's not over.
It ain't over. But their whole rivalry, and this rivalry lasted a long time during the whole year also, because I think it ended at Armageddon in a Hell in a Cell match. So, they had like great matches, throughout the year. Like I said, a lot of these matches, like in 2005, lasted a long time, like long-term rivalries. Like I said, but you get to your argument now, DJ. You shut him down.
Yeah. Back to Casey. Back to Casey. The only reason you think Randy Orton wasn't ready is because you were a big Triple H fan at this point, and you were trying to justify him breaking away from Evolution. He broke away from Evolution to be greater.
I actually hated Evolution. I despised Evolution.
But you like Triple H, so technically...
No, that was one point when I didn't like Triple H.
Shame.
I hated Evolution. Hated it.
But what I did like about Evolution was that theme song. Anyway, next we got Christy Hemme versus Trish Stratus for the Women's Championship.
God.
It was nice to see Christy Hemme back, but could we have any other match in this situation? I just didn't like it. I thought Christy Hemme was booked really oddly, really like dumb. I feel like it just seemed like she was really dumb to me. I mean, this match was okay, but my only note here is Trish wins because duh. I mean, I don't think anyone came into this match thinking, who's gonna win this match? Christy
Hemme.
But Casey, thoughts on this match?
Well, first, I was confused because there was a kick to the ding-ding, but no ding-ding. I was like, what do we consider that? Is that a kick to the vag? What? But anyway, I love Christy Hemme and Trish. Don't get me wrong, but why was this a WrestleMania match? Why? Christy did not look good at all in ring. Out of the ring, girl looked. Sorry. I mean, she's no Alexa Bliss, but she's up there. But just in ring, she looked horrible in this match. And it wasn't even like booked weak. It just looked like she did not know how to wrestle at all. Like, I would have put John Cena in this match over her. And, just, oh my, Trish won. Trish won. I mean, and she kind of looks bad too. Honestly, I feel like Christy looking bad made Trish look bad in a way too. It should have been Lita versus Trish, but I think Lita was injured at the time.
Well, Lita was in the corner of Christy Hemme.
Yeah, but I think she was actually hurt at this point, or something was going on with her. But it should have been her instead.
Oh boy, this match. I did not like this match at all. I mean, there's a lot of botches. I mean, this was all right for a Christy Hemme match. She's never been really great in the ring. I never really enjoyed her stuff that she did in TNA either. But, of course, Trish Stratus won. And, they should have they shouldn't even had this. I mean, yes, it's a way to get the women on the card. But, they should maybe even had this. Gave a little more time to Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero, or gave more time to Taker and Orton, which I don't understand why the Taker and Orton match was so early on the card, in my opinion. Because I think it should have been a little earlier, which is their match that I think should not have been on the card, which, we'll get to that match later. But, like I said, this match was alright for what it was. It was alright for a Christy Hemme match, but it got about 4 minutes. It was anything special. But Trish Stratus won, which I was fine with.
Alrighty, so let's get to a match that does belong on this card. Let's go to Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle. This match was really good. It was nice to see. This is kind of because I am kind of young. This is kind of like when Michael returned was kind of that was kind of the times when I really got to watch him. Really got to really sit down and watch him, and I loved him. I loved the little things I don't even know what to call them. He used to wear to the ring. I was like, I want everything he's worn to the ring. I need it. I need it to wear around everywhere. I don't know why. I just really like the little. They're not even like vests or anything. Like they were kind of like cut off type stuff, and I just liked them back when I was younger. But I was kind of trying to figure out how did Michaels keep taking those bumps on his back after the injuries and all the injuries throughout his career. It's kind of amazing. I mean, and this wasn't even like his last match or anything. It was just kind of amazing to see him taking all the bumps that he has taken. But Angle with that freaking ankle lock, man. Like if you were cheering for Shawn Michaels, like you probably cried at least 3 times in this match watching Kurt Angle put on an ankle lock and keep it on for like ever. Because Angle, and he's always been like this, but Angle will get to a point where like there'll be one point where he'll let go of it, and then there's another point in the match where nothing, like you cannot, like there's no way to break it. Like you could cut his hands off and his arms will still be around him, still be around the ankle. It's fun to watch. I love watching Angle. Angle would miss the moonsault, and then he would end up locking in the ankle lock again to end up winning, in a very long, kind of drawn out ending, which was nice because it made Shawn Michaels continue to look tough. But this was a good match. I definitely enjoyed it. Casey, thoughts on Shawn Michaels versus Kurt the Cyborg?
I love it. I loved the storyline in this feud. Kurt and Shawn put on an amazing match. This is one match that I would love to see again. If, it were to have a chance to happen, WWE. Kurt Angle. Come on. Give me one more Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels match. One more. I want. But yeah, this was probably one of the best matches on the card. And the one coming up is just, oh God. I'm dreading the next match. I really am.
Alrighty, Justin.
This was a very good match. Shawn Michaels, he's my favorite wrestler of all times. I just always love pretty much every Shawn Michaels match. This was another exception here. This was a great match. This got about 30 minutes, which was really good. I was rooting for Shawn Michaels all the way in this match, and I was about to cry when he had that submission, the ankle locking for a very long time. I was like, no, come on, don't tap out, don't tap out. I remember me saying that. Not watch this live because this is one of my second manias I watched live. So yeah, but this was a very good match, and like DJ said, with the back bumps like that, Shawn Michaels was taking in this match was just crazy because he had his injuries back in the past. But but this was a very good match. I really enjoyed it, and this was back and forth. The in-ring work was great. I just really enjoyed it, and this is probably one of the best WrestleMania matches it could be of all time. It's one of the best. It's up there. But the next match, like Casey said, that's Samoan dude.
All right.
Oh,
before we get into that match, we have Piper's Pit, fellas. We can't skip it. We can't. I mean, Roddy Piper, Stone Cold, and Carlito. Well, Roddy Piper and Stone Cold in the same ring. You can't go wrong. But we had Piper's Pit, and Piper would call out Stone Cold, and then he would slap Stone Cold as kind of a welcoming gift, and obviously he would get one in return. They would kind of go back and forth a little bit. Carlito would come out. Oh man, I love Carlito. I don't know why. I in hindsight I hated the spitting gimmick. Like when I was in the moment, I hated the spitting gimmick, but now I love it.
I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
Yeah, I just thought I thought it was funny. I was watching it, and he would be like cutting a promo, and I would know exactly when he would say, "Nah, that's cool." Like I would know when he would say certain like words he would say within his promos. But this was just a funny promo. He would end up attacking Piper after Piper spit the apple in his face, and then Piper and Stone Cold would end up taking him out. Pretty much, Stone Cold would stomp a mud hole in him, and that would be the end of him. And then Austin and Piper would celebrate with a little beer drinking, and that didn't last long because Piper got Medal of Stunner too. But this was pretty funny. It wasn't the Piper's Pit from which Mania was that one? Can't remember off the top of my head which one it was. But the really funny one we already reviewed.
Was that 6?
You remember? 6? Is it 6?
6 or 5 is somewhere close to that one.
5.
5? Yeah, that it wasn't as funny as that one.
Yeah.
But it was definitely funny. Justin, thoughts?
This I'll pretty much have to say it was pretty much funny. That's all it was. Pretty much DJ summed it up. So there's not really much else to say about this.
Alrighty, Justin.
I already told him. You mean Casey?
Casey, JC. Y'all just both talk at the same time. It'll be fine.
It was okay. It wasn't as good as the other one, but let's just get through the next match because it really. Oh god.
All right,
let's
so
get to the next match because it was. Oh my god.
Let's get to the match of the night, fellas. Let's get to the match of the night.
Match of the night. Yeah.
We had Akibono versus Big Show in a sumo match for the ages that goes Hollywood. When Akibono came out, I was like, who does this man think he is? Yokozuna? I was like, what is this, a poor man's Yokozuna? He should be ashamed of himself. There can only be one sumo wrestling wrestler, and that is Yokozuna, okay? That is Yokozuna. But Big Show, when Big Show came out of that robe, he looked like he was about to go straight to bed. I don't know if y'all felt that way, but Big Show, like his belly was sticking out like he just got done eating dinner, and he was about to go take him straight to bed.
He did go to bed. Funny. He did go to bed though because he lost the match, so he did go to bed.
That's true. Yeah, but Akibono won this thing. Justin, thoughts on this sumo battle?
Aki Boner.
Match of the night.
Aki Boner. Oh man, versus Big Show.
So match
Oh
of the
man,
night.
no match of the night. This match, like the pre-match ritual lasted longer than this match. It lasted like a minute and 30 seconds. And don't disrespect the sumo wrestling, but sumo wrestling and professional wrestling should just stay away from each other. Like, no joke, this stay long gone. Like, in my opinion, but this was not fun at all. Like, I just cringed at this match. Like, it was not fun. And Big Show didn't even win this. You know, the Aki Boner won this. Aki Boner. That's what I'm gonna call him. Aki Boner.
All right, Casey. Is Aki Boner a good name? Because Justin is definitely proud of himself.
It's not. It's not at all.
That's his name, Aki Boner.
Aki Bono, like, legitimately is a great sumo wrestler. He was a grand champion. He won all these awards and whatever. He was huge in Japan. He was also actually was a professional wrestler. In other promotions, I think he wrestled for New Japan. If I'm not New Japan, or was it All Japan? It was one of
Racist. Why you gotta wrestle for New Japan, Casey? Why can't you wrestle for
All Japan.
TNA or Ring of Honor? Huh?
It's not racist. He's not even Japanese. He's American.
Racist.
Fuck. No, but so like,
I don't want to see these guys in diapers.
I don't know why he would agree to this. He's a legitimate good sumo wrestler. Why would he? I don't know.
Casey, any publicity is good publicity.
Except for when you have to see that much of Big Show's ass.
Oh God.
Honestly, I think Aki Bono should have he should have dropped out. I think he should have just went ahead and bit the bullet.
I mean, this
Show.
should not have been on the card. I mean, seriously, it should have been on the card.
Alrighty, all right. I think we're done with that. Next we got JBL, the wrestling god, who was highly disrespected, by the way, by coming out first, versus John Cena, these two's favorite wrestler. First off, I get it, okay? I'm gonna stop complaining about champions coming out first because I get it. It's just foreshadowing. If a champion comes out first, they're gonna lose. Thank you, WWE. That's all I need to know. Okay, that's all I need to know. If the champion comes out first, more than likely they're gonna lose, and if they don't, I'm gonna be surprised.
Except John Cena, and except Triple H, because Triple H, he came out first for WrestleMania 25.
That's what I'm saying. They don't always come out first. Sometimes they come out first just to trick you, to kind of keep you on your toes.
Yeah, that's true. But continue.
You had an argument, but I stymied it. Haha. Anyway, I definitely like this. What was that?
Nothing.
Okay then. I definitely like this match. But come on, guys. But seriously though, let's quit acting like Cena's moveset has changed that much. This was the same doggone moveset I've been watching y'all complain about for the entire time Cena's been in WWE.
Boom.
There was more than 5. There was at least 7. But anyway, I definitely like this match. For some reason, I thought JBL was gonna win. Probably because he's a wrestling god. But I felt like JBL was gonna win. I could feel it. I could feel it in my bones. I could feel it. But he didn't, and I was like, wait, what? Because for some reason, and I think it's because JBL and John Cena have had more championship matches, but I thought JBL lost the title in some kind of weird stipulation match where John Cena threw him through like an ambulance or some stuff. Or was that somebody else? Am I confusing myself?
Wait, John Cena threw JBL through an ambulance? That was
somebody threw an ambulance.
That was Ryback.
Ryback's same person. But anyway.
No, they're not the same person because Ryback is a wrestling god.
That is true. That is true. I'll give you that. But I like this match. I did like it. But I still felt like it was very LOL Cena wins-esque, because JBL dominated this whole match, and then Cena kind of came back and won, which is not
Ooh, so
necessarily
exciting.
not necessarily his fault, because that's what the crowd gets excited about. So blame the crowd. Let's quit blaming Cena. Justin, thoughts?
This match was fine. Like, it's just like this WrestleMania could have been really great, except for these last two matches. It kind of fell flat on their face, in my opinion. Like this match was like a lot of, JBL had a lot of control during this match. There was a lot of headlocks in this match, like a lot of rest holds in this match, which wasn't the best in my opinion. But of course, John Cena figured out a way to win the match. Like, this is when the John Cena wrath started in 2005. This is when it all started, and I did not like that. And like I said, this match was it was good, but too much. It was a little, it was kind of overwhelming in my opinion, but yeah.
Alrighty, Casey.
The only time I was ever happy to see John Cena win the title, because JBL is not a wrestling god.
I know. JBL is a wrestling god. You gotta say it with some bass.
Nothing.
God!
He is nothing without Farouk. Nothing. That's all I have to say.
That is wrong. That's like saying Bubba Ray's nothing without Devon. Wrong.
Bubba Ray is on a completely different level than JBL.
I don't think so.
I don't
Maybe in
know.
the calf area, Bubba Ray does have those calves, Calfzilla. I get it. I see what you're saying. I see. But let's get into the main event of the evening. It was Batista versus Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship. I remember this feud quite clearly. I remember the whole thumbs up, thumbs down thing, and how he had the clipboard and then he threw it down and was like, yeah. I remember all of that stuff. I liked Batista back in the day. I liked Orton more, but I definitely liked Batista too. Plus, I hated Triple H. Still hate Triple H.
Who's Triple H?
I can't even say, I don't even like saying his name. It frustrates me. Especially when how did he not? I was definitely happy with the result of this match though. He didn't find a way to win. I don't know how. But he did bleed like he always does. He learned that from Ric Flair. But I thought this match was I thought it was actually pretty good. I remember watching this match live, and I definitely loved it then, and I love it now. It was nice to see Batista kind of come back and do his thing and not be Batista at WrestleMania. So, I kind of liked it. Casey, thoughts on the main event of the evening?
I actually thought it was a really good match. I agree with DJ. I liked Batista back at this time. Back older Batista.
You didn't like the skinny jeans and the J's? And that tight shirt he was wearing?
That man needed to get his right size, because the skinny jeans did not work for him. Whoever told him that looked good needs to be slapped in the face, fired, and then slapped in the face. But no,
And then fired again.
This was a good feud. This was a good match, and I was happy with the outcome.
For once. Alrighty. Justin.
Triple H and Batista. This match was good.
Complain about it, please.
What?
Complain about it.
I don't really have much to complain about this match. It was
what? You said it fell flat. I just heard.
Talk about. It was alright, but like we knew that Batista was gonna be winning because since he won that Rumble match this year, like we already knew he was gonna be beating Triple H. We already knew that was gonna be happening here.
DJ didn't do that. He thought Triple H was gonna win.
Yeah, because that's all Triple H does.
That's all Triple H does. Well, Batista was his big up and coming star at this time, and like I said, this WrestleMania could have been really good. But like I said, like this, I mean, it was really good. But what I'm trying to say is, no, it could have been on the top 5, on one of my top 5 manias. But the last 2 matches were, like I said, kind of fell flat. But I mean, yeah.
Okay, so that is WrestleMania 21. We have stopped. We have got our water. We have got our snacks, and we are ready for the next Mania. Casey, where are we going next?
I still gotta pee though, so I'm gonna have to go back in the gas station. I'm gonna have to do that. Maybe get a snack. I don't know. My stomach. I get hungry sometimes. But the next stop that we will be making on our road trip to the show of shows will be WrestleMania 24, hosted by none other than moi. That's right. So it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. Let's be honest. Then after that, we go to 25, and some other guy is going to host that. But the 24 is going to be pretty good. It's going to be pretty good. Let's just be honest. It's going to be pretty good.
It's going to be great. It's going to be iconic.
It is going to be iconic, and I am ready, willing, and able to do WrestleMania 24.
So what's your guys' favorite matches? Like, we have to pick our favorite match.
Oh yeah, that thing.
We wanted to tell the fans, what was going on. But my favorite match.
I want to go first.
My favorite match. No, wow. Justin, go ahead.
My favorite match of this show for you guys to go back and watch, just for $9.99, would have to be Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels. That's my match. Because Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle. Amazing match. Amazing match.
All right, Casey. Tell me you're picking Akimoto and Big Show.
I can't say I'm picking that one. I can't. Because I'm not. What I'm going to pick the Money in the Bank ladder match. Go watch it right now. Right now.
Okay. I can dig it. We was in the era of Teddy Long, so I can dig it. I can dig it, player. All right. The match I would tell you to go back and watch would be Justin. I forgot what match you picked, so no.
I'm not telling you what match I picked.
Kurt Angle. He picked.
All right.
Angle.
All right. That's what I thought, but I couldn't remember. I would pick Randy Orton versus The Undertaker, because the streak is still alive.
Not in jeopardy at all.
Alrighty, so if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, because we got another stop. It's coming. Casey has told you. He went back to pee real quick, but he coming back. He coming back. He coming back on the road to the next one, and we will see you guys later. If you haven't already, give us a like, subscribe. Do all the stuff we tell you to do on a regular basis, and do it right now. We'll see you guys later.